wish I known you like a day ago because he had this smuck that made him pay like $7,500 for like a freaking 40-footer.
This is the Leo Clamaco podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Leo Clamaco podcast. I am your host, Leo. I have a very, very special and tall guest today, my man Bishop. He is the luxury concierge for the 1% in Miami. Bishop, thank you for coming, man. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You know, it's not many people that make me feel short. I'm 6'5". I'm usually
you're pretty tall.
I'm usually the tallest person everywhere I go.
Yeah.
But you're 6'11".
Yes, sir.
Man, that's amazing.
Thank you, man.
You definitely play some basketball.
Played ball in New York. Shout out to AJ Wander. Played for him. Used to play for the Celtics. Played for Nassau Community College. Played in a couple of semi-pro leagues. Then after that, I came here to Miami in 2009.
Where in New York are you from?
I'm from Long Island originally.
Where in Long Island?
Baldwin, Nassau County.
Okay, I know what that is.
Yeah, but I got peoples in all the boroughs: Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem.
I grew up in Sunnyside.
Okay, yeah.
Astoria, Woodside.
I already know what that is. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, good. Nice.
How old are you?
I'm 37 now.
Okay, so I'm 36, so we're
okay.
same age.
Yeah,
so we grew up around
definitely.
the same time, same era.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you start your concierge? How did you get the idea to even do it? Break that down for us.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, like I said, I'm originally from New York, and about 2009, I actually came here to Miami.
Okay, so you've been for a while.
Yeah, I've been here for about almost 15 years. Went to FIU.
Got it.
And I actually started out as a photographer, videographer in FIU. I was doing a whole bunch of shoots and a whole bunch of creative campaigns for sororities, fraternities, departments, health, nursing, business, law, etc.
Very cool.
And
it's a great way to get into that world.
Yeah. No, it is. It definitely is. I definitely have a creative background. Love what I do on the other side, other than the concierge. But I would say about 2012, it was getting to a point where, I was definitely doing my thing, but like I wasn't really necessarily making ends meet.
Right.
Like being a creative at times. At that time, 'cause I wasn't an entrepreneur. I was just like a person, just a freelancer, just like doing shoots. So like
hustling.
Yes, I didn't really have that mindset to be like, okay, like let me just make a business and all that. So I was trying to think about like, what can I do to better myself, to make more money. But then at the same time too, I actually wanted to be like my own man. So I actually like called my aunt.
I get that.
So my aunt was the one that raised me, and I actually told her. I called her. I was like, "Hey, I want to be my own man. I want to be able to take care of myself. So I'm basically telling you to cut me off."
Okay.
Because she was like, basically kind of like, pay, not paying for school, but kind of like paying for complimentary,
she
stuff
raised
and all
you?
that. Yes. Yeah, she raised me in New York, and I just really wanted to like, just be on my own and really figure, stuff out on my own, honestly. So
that's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
To reach out to your source of,
yeah, my backup, honestly.
Cut me off.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, you know what? Now I gotta figure out like a friggin' actual job. Like,
right.
I can't be out here just like, okay.
Gotta put your feet to the fire.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. So I hit up my dude, Jonathan Menacall. So Jonathan Menacall is a very, very well-known like defense operator. Like, I believe he used to be a cop, but now he has his own like security and defense forces like training.
Okay.
He's one of my, like really, really, good friends in FIU. And I wanted to talk to him. I was like, hey, listen, because he was actually working at Live at the time.
Okay.
So he was one of like the top bodyguards.
Security?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the top bodyguards for David Grutman and his VIP clients. At that time, now it's called Groot Hospitality. Now it's called, back then it was called Miami Marketing Group. So MMG. So
MMG.
Yeah, not Maybach Music Group.
Like
yeah, everybody gets it mixed up. But like he basically was like taking care of them, and I knew him obviously from FIU.
Right.
And I was like, yo, bro, listen, respectfully, like I need a job. I'm trying to figure it out. I do like photo and video here and there, but I definitely need something to kind of like make ends meet. What can you do? Can you put me at Live?
Some consistent.
Yeah. So he was like, listen, I can't put you at Live, But what I can do is actually put you in contact for an interview for the sister club that's actually opening up that next weekend. Because that was like, around like Christmas time. So Story was opening up.
This is 2012, you said?
This is 2012.
Got you.
Yes. I believe 2012. Yeah. 2012 or 20, it was 2011 going into 2012.
Got you.
Yes. So Christmas Day, I went to Story and I actually met my boys at that time, who was actually my head of security and assistant head of security, Patrick Fleming and Jay Pink.
Sounds familiar.
You know them?
Patrick Fleming. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, Patrick Fleming. I mean, he was the head of security. He was assistant head of security at Live, and then when he went to Story, he was the head of security. Then after that, he went to Vegas for a little bit. Now he's back. He's one of the head VIP hosts in Live right now. So, like one of my OGs, like one of my like peoples that I love in death. He's the reason why I'm, one of the reasons why I'm here today.
He showed you the ropes, basically.
Yeah, basically, and then when I went to Story, I went inside and then like, you're hired. It's like that. Just like that, right?
They looked at you.
But
I
obviously had to talk to them, whatever. But like they were super, super excited. One of the things that Jonathan really told me that really stuck to me is like, listen, I'm gonna put you in contact. I'm gonna put you in position of power to make sure you can do your thing, but do not embarrass me, because
makes sense.
He's had, like you have other people that you try to put in position to try to help them out, and they fuck up. Oh, we can curse?
Go for it.
Perfect.
100%.
All right. I didn't even know that.
Be yourself.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, cool. So, yeah, man, they F up. They fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But, like, for me, I was like, you know what? Let me just do my thing, make him right. You know what I'm saying? Make him look good. And then December 26th was the first time I worked at Story. And here's the interesting part. So, I was, like, obviously big, but, like, I was kind of sloppy back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of, like, like, more overweight. I didn't really have, like, the muscles I have right now. Gained a lot of weight, so like I couldn't find a suit jacket to fit me. So because I couldn't find a suit jacket to fit me, I couldn't be on the main VIP lounge area for me to take care of clients. So they actually put me in the back of the DJ booth.
Okay.
Yeah. So you ever been to Story back in the day?
No.
Okay, so
I've not.
So they have like this,
I've been to Live.
Yeah. So okay, I have the DJ booth, and you have that whole entire section where like people sit down.
Yeah.
So it was like it's like twice as big. But there's a section where like you can actually go down and underneath, and like kind of like in the background where all like the DJs, all celebrities go to like chill in the DJ booth. I was at that section. So I had
to work to your benefit.
So listen. So this is kind of like where everything started. So bro, I met David Grutman, I met Jojo LaHoud, I met Rob Garcia, Mo Garcia, Chris Pacello, you know what I'm saying? Chris Pacello, super OG in the nightlife hospitality space. And for that and also too, I met like a whole bunch of like VIPs, Tyson Beckford, Tracy Elliott, grandson, met him, Leonardo DiCaprio. Like I met a whole bunch of people, and right then and there,
it's a great network.
That right there, I didn't really necessarily like have the wherewithal to be like, okay, I want to start a concierge company, but like it got me to like really know how to deal and how to handle, have like this white glove mentality, like with these VIPs, because you have like the 1% of the 1%,
right? And
there. So,
and they want to be catered to.
Yes, exactly. So it's like they definitely, obviously felt special because they have a 6'11", big dude that's friggin' watching over them. You know what I'm saying? So,
feel safe, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So like so that pretty much what happened for about 6 to 8 months, and after that, then I had to get a jacket. Then I got into the main floor. Fast forward a little bit.
Where'd you get a jacket from? Where'd you find that jacket?
Rasul's. Rasul's in like New York, and not New York. 7th Avenue, in Miami. 7th Avenue in like I think like 76th Street.
Was it custom?
It wasn't custom. It was actually a lot bigger than me, honestly. So like I looked like a friggin', I don't know, like a walking, like wardrobe, honestly. But it worked. It worked. So then after that, one Sunday, I was taking care of this guy by the name of Troy Gibson and Dan Catalano. It was a Sunday, and took care of him, make sure everything was good, and then afterwards, I walked him to his SUV, and then say, hey, listen, I appreciate you, everything. Yeah, definitely. Didn't get his number at the time, by the way.
Okay.
But like, we clicked it off. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like really, had a really good time, took care of him and everything. That same night. Usually, like the after-hour spot after when you go out, when you work, you go to 11. Either go to 11 or if it's like Saturday, you go to Space. Whatever you want to do. Whatever tickles your fancy.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just go to 11, get a drink, chill. So like obviously, put my hair back, chilling, whatever, right? So I go into like the main section of 11, right? And I run into him. And he was like, you were at 11, you were at Story. I was like, yeah, I took care of you at your section. It's like, how you doing? It's like, oh, I'm good. I appreciate everything, man. And then we were just talking for a little bit. And all of a sudden he was like, you know what? You should be my bodyguard. And I was like, I hear that shit all the time.
I bet.
All the time. Even after me not doing security anymore, I'm just a host now.
Right.
Everybody wants me to be their bodyguard, like all the time. And I was like, bro, I work for you right fucking now. Like right now. What's up? Bro. So he like literally took out his wallet. $1, $2, $3, $4, $500, put it in my hand, and literally the rest is history. That was like my first like VIP security client. Went to Vegas like literally 20 times with him.
Wow.
Went to New Orleans. He lived in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta to also take care of him a couple times for his birthday. And then from that, I took that network and expanded that into, basically at that time I was only doing security.
Gotcha.
So fast forward a little bit later after that, maybe about a year, I was taking care of one of my clients in Miami. I think it was like either El2Con or either Marin. I can't remember. And we were talking, and he was like, listen, bro, like you are, a person who I really like admire you. Like you have like a great vernacular about you. You know how to talk, like because not a lot of big people know how to talk. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, you
have good energy.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. So it's like you have good energy. People gravitate towards you, like like you the man. So like if you just do security, that's one thing. But why don't you just think about maybe opening up like a luxury concierge,
branching out a little bit?
And I was like, what is that? Like, what is a concierge? I don't know what that is. I know what promoters are, but like, what's a concierge company? He was like, well, you would basically not only take care of security, but you would take care of everything encompasses around it: the reservations, the transportation, the VIP access, the events. Like, you would be like the one-stop shop for your clients. So I thought about that. I was
fucking
like,
light bulb went off.
Yeah. And then
ka-ching, ka-ching.
yeah, literally. Well, I will say this. So like, I'm sorry if I'm talking too much.
No, please.
But here was like the big problem with that. The big problem is that, no pun intended, is that people saw me as just security and just like executive protection.
Right.
And not just like concierge host.
Right.
So the battle between people respecting me within the concierge room and not calling me security and calling me a host, that literally took almost like 7 years.
Wow.
To really build that rapport.
And break through that barrier.
Yeah, because like when you see it, bro, let's be real honest. When you see 6'11" tall black man, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Yeah.
You think security, right?
For sure.
And especially since
Or basketball player,
either or. But because I was in, I took care of David Grutman. I took care of, which David Grutman I owe my life to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, shout outs to David Grutman. And you're known for security.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was like the toughest time. And like I have to always like remind people that I take care of whatever from the concierge room. Like, hey, listen, I'm not a security person anymore. I'm a host.
Right.
And the beautiful thing about, concierge is that you really need to learn like the art of delegation, because you are literally like the puppet master in the corner.
You're managing everything.
You're the manager. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm good at security, but I'm not great. Like, I am great at like managing relationships, fostering relationships, making people feel comfortable, and just like kind of like quarterback and also delegating, So that was like the hardest part. But then after a while, it definitely, it definitely paid off.
How big is your team?
So right now, I am the founder of the company, CEO, director concierge. I have a director of security, shout out to Trey Grant. I have a director of transportation, and I have a CFO who's also my partner, and Trey's also my partner as well. I have 8 bodyguards that work for me, and we have a fleet of transportation anywhere from like over 100 cars, from like SUVs to Sprinters to exotic cars, etc.
That's dope.
Do
you partner up with somebody, or do you?
I'm sorry?
Do you partner up with somebody for the cars, or do you guys?
Yeah. So basically, what it is that like when it comes to concierge, especially when it comes to like like managing like liability and stuff, like you're like the ultimate like middleman.
Gotcha.
So you partner up with other companies that have the best in their field. So
Right.
like I partner up with, you
got the clientele,
Mhm.
they got the products, and you
basically
make the match.
The one thing that is in-house is the concierge and also in the security. So the security, they're independent contractors, but they actually work with me.
Got you.
Yeah.
Paint me a picture of what a VIP night looks like.
Depends on the night.
You tell me. Pick a
All right,
night. Let me
okay,
know.
All right. So
Somebody who's in Miami wants to have a good time, wants to get a table somewhere, get a couple drinks, maybe a couple girls. How's that look like?
Okay. All right. So let's start from the beginning. So have the conversation with them. And then if they actually want like a private jet, they can definitely get that. We're able to do that too. Let's say they don't want to do private jet, they want to do commercial. Put them at one of the top, places for lodging. Either Satai. I have a partnership with Satai, One Hotel, the Standard, and the East Hotel.
Okay.
I have other partnerships as well too, but those are the one I'm gonna say right now. After that, then they come in and they actually greeted with a lady that actually has a champagne or maybe a drink of their choice
At the airport.
Sometimes at the airport, but
Okay.
at times it mainly be at the hotel.
Got it.
Especially depending on how much money they obviously spend.
Right.
Like it's always about like being unreasonably hospitable.
Right.
You just give more honestly to hopefully like obviously the universe will obviously bless you, but like
Right.
regardless of the fact you always give and expect nothing in return, and those are like the little touches that really people really love. So after that, they actually settle down, and let's just say they want to go to a restaurant. If they're like surf and turf, I will either take them to maybe Komodo, maybe Gecko, maybe Poppy Steak.
Okay.
I will take.
I love all three.
All three. Wet Miami, super underrated restaurant as well too. Shout out to my boy Raxoy. I'll take them there. And then let's just say this: if it's a Friday night, if they like to actually go out, then we can go to Live, or maybe we can go to 11. But if they want something more low key, then we actually stay at the East Hotel, and then we go to Sugar, have a really nice private, section in Sugar,
Got
and then
you.
after that, they want to go to Tea Room, and then they can go to Tea Room. And Tea Room is actually, it's really dope because like, it's like if because like you can only get in from the inside, like which is really dope. You know what I'm saying? And like,
What's the vibe there?
the vibe is actually
Because I don't know any of these places.
really.
I'm married with 2 kids.
Oh, I see you. We need to take your wife out one day, man. You know what I'm saying? We got babysitters well too. Make sure
For
the kids are
sure.
good. You know what I'm saying? So the vibe in Sugar is like rooftops, grown and sexy vibes.
Okay.
Tea Room is definitely the same thing, but it's closed off, obviously. But a lot of people that are like the higher end people definitely go there and they have a good time. You have a lounge, you have like a section. Our experiences really are very unique when it comes to different like entertainment events that happen throughout the year.
Okay.
So where we shine in WMC, Winter Music Conference. We shine in Sobe Food and Wine Festival is happening actually this weekend.
Yes.
We also F1.
Ooh, how was that?
F1
That must have been crazy.
Yeah, bro. F1 is the second craziest time of my my year.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and
That's
then-
in May, right?
It's in May, first weekend in May. And then Art Basel, which happens in December,
Yes.
which is right after my birthday. My birthday is December 1st. That is a big time as well too, because we actually have with my personal brand that I have and what I do call myself like an actual like luxury influencer.
Right.
I'm able to actually partner up with like these different venues and these different festivals and entertainment groups to basically partner up with me for me to give my clients elevated experiences, because they know the type of clientele that I'm actually going to bring to people in
Right,
Art Basel,
right.
the art galleries, the exhibits.
You've built that
the rapport.
reputation.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah.
absolutely. And then when I send the emails, when I make the introduction, and when they see my track record on my Instagram or the people who I work with, they instantly want to give me more because I'm gonna automatically give them more
For
because of the type
sure.
of clients.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, I mean it's a win-win for everybody, and then we're able to give them like a lot of like VIP access as well too. Sometimes in Art Basel they'll even like buy art pieces as well, so that's another incentive for like people to also partner up with me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because like it's in this realm for you to give like the ultimate experience. Obviously, you need access, but you need to be able to give value to these people who want to partner with you.
For sure.
Like I can't be a person and be like, oh, hey, like I'm a concierge host, whatever, and I have nothing to fucking give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they don't really know. But automatically I'm like, hey, listen, like I have 1% or the elite clients I want to actually bring in to potentially, buy products or to, really showcase the event. And then when they see that, they're like, okay, yeah, let's really partner up with Bishop because, this is a win-win situation for us.
What's the hardest part about what you do?
Oh, wow. Simple but very great question.
Where do you go like, fuck, that shit is hard?
So I would say I would say the constant pursuit of obtaining clients. Because when I'm not out, I still have to go out and still try to connect with people. Because listen, here's the thing. Everybody's a middleman at the end of the day. Like honestly, anybody can do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? But like but what can
I'm not sure anybody can do
Well,
it. It takes a certain personality, a certain skill.
It's a certain personality. Okay, what I'm saying is that, okay, let me take that back. What I'm saying is that like, there are many people who should not be in the industry who are just like friggin' like
Right.
are middlemen or middlewoman or whatever. Like, yo,
Right.
bro, like you have no experience in nightlife. Like, what are you doing? Oh man, like what I'm saying is that, oh yeah, I know a person that knows a person that knows a person
Got
that has
you.
a yacht. I know the person that knows the person that knows
Yeah.
the person that has
Right.
that can get you a table at 11. But
It's like 3 people, 4 people down the
no,
line.
yeah, but to do what you can do at the best of your ability, you have to cut out the other middlemen for you to actually be the ultimate middleman. Like me, with what I do, I am with all the services that we provide. I'm either the source or I am the closest person to that source. Because what happens is this is where like a lot of people get very, very taken advantage of.
Right.
Because okay, this is the game right here. So
Spell it.
So you have a person that wants a yacht, right? And that person gets contacted by someone because they got referred, right? But that person does not know the person who has the yacht. They know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that has a yacht. So what happens is there's brokerage fee after brokerage fee after brokerage fee after brokerage fee. So
that price goes way up.
When a friggin' 50 or 60 foot azimuth that's supposed to cost like $3,000, give or take, for 4 hours,
right.
at the end of the day, when we're done, the shit's up $1,000 because everybody wants their own fucking pie.
Right.
And that's completely unfair to the clients. It's like,
sure.
dog, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally gouging and just taking advantage of, So for me,
And
like,
they don't know most of the time.
and that's the problem too.
Yeah,
Bro,
they have no idea.
Bro, listen, bro, I had this, oh my God, I'm getting triggered because I met this dude that, that's from Texas. And he was like, literally like about to cry because like, yo, bro, honestly, I wish I known you like a day ago. Because
Really?
he had this smuck that made him pay like $7,500 for like a freaking 40-footer.
Oh my God. That's insane.
No,
And he paid for it?
Yes, he paid. He didn't know.
He
Like,
didn't know.
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like English is bliss at the end of the day. So
Right.
it's like, it's like he had no idea. First time in Miami.
Okay,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
explains
Like,
it.
yeah, but still, it's like if that happens for one person, like just imagine for other people. You know what I'm saying? And
Which is why you stand out, literally and figuratively,
yeah,
because you literally care about your clients.
Yeah,
You
facts.
want to give them a good experience at a good rate.
yeah. Well, at the same time too, give them a good rate, but you also have to pay premium as well too.
For sure.
Yeah,
A good rate, not ripping them off.
yeah,
is
no,
what
no,
I mean.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like there's so many people in this industry, man, that like, and then here's the problem too, like, and you're like a business coach, right? Like,
I am.
yeah, okay. So, obviously, like you try to teach people how to like do great business, business growth, scaling, or whatever, right?
Yep.
The problem is with these people in the hospitality realm is that this is the only type of business that they're in, so they don't operate from a place of abundance, but they operate from a place of scarcity.
That's awful.
So it's like, oh my God, you know what? I got this client, whatever. Like, I have to make rent, and like, I gotta
Right.
figure it out. You know what? I can like get this guy and like try to charge him an extra $3,000 so I can pay rent. And it's like, yo, bro. But what you're doing is that even though like you're definitely satisfying yourself on the short term, you're fucking up yourself on the long term.
They're looking
and then
at
also you're fucking up everybody else in the industry.
Yes.
Because then it's like, you know what? Damn, if this one person does it, then everybody's fucking doing it. Which everybody is. Which everybody is doing it, by the way. Most people are. Which doesn't make it right. So
but you can't look at the client thinking about the money.
No.
That completely ruins it. People feel that negative energy.
There's a saying I always say is that relationships over transactions.
Amen.
You can get a quick buck, but that quick buck is gonna go away from you faster than you got it.
Right. And you're constantly chasing that buck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. So I think to further answer your question is that because like there's everybody that tries to be like me, then like there's like, there's pee in the pool. So it's like
I like that.
Yeah, there's pee in the pool. So, then it's like it can be a hard sell every single time to try to like attract these clients. And also too, another thing is that my business is not a necessity. It's a luxury.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is another hurdle right there. Like, I consider your line of business a necessity. Everybody needs it because everybody has businesses. Everyone wants to grow. Everybody wants to, to build their business. My business is not a necessity, fam. Like it really isn't. That's why like it's really only like for the 1%. Now, if you're not the 1% and you want to feel like the 1%, we can definitely do that too.
Right.
But it's always
it's a pampering service.
It's a pampering service, but it's always the plight and then the pursuit of making people realize that, you know what, I may not need you, but I want you. And I've always said this to everybody is that, why would I have, okay, so have you never been to Komodo?
I have.
Okay, so I'll give you a perfect example.
Love Komodo.
So Komodo's not a hard place to get into.
It's not.
However, what I've always said is that there's a difference between a regular reservation and a bishop reservation.
Okay, what's the difference?
And I'm actually going to book a reservation for you at Komodo so you can actually experience it.
I appreciate that.
But it's very simple. Once you're underneath like our VIP profile, you get treated differently.
I see.
You can get seated.
There's like, Komodo, then there's Komodo.
Yeah, there's Komodo. Right? There's Komodo.
They put you up there.
There's Komodo.
On the nest.
Yeah, because I'm able to. I bring them value. I bring them tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Sometimes like a month of business to them.
For sure.
So they understand the type of value I have. So it's like, and also because I did that, and I also the vetting process is there. They know the type of people that I'm gonna bring in.
Right.
It's not no slack off. It's not no people who are going to waste time or people who don't have money.
Or not order food.
Literally. No, for real. So, it's like, there's not going to be people or not clients that's going to waste my time. So with that being said, like they will go the extra mile for me because I'm going to show up for them. So with that being said, once you go to Komodo, you'll see like a lot of things are more attentive. Like you'll have like, the GM and you'll have other people to kind of like, pay attention to you more. You may even get maybe free appetizers.
Okay.
You never know.
Little perks.
You never know.
Right.
Like for instance, like Novikov. Novikov, the owners, you ever been to Novikov?
No.
So Novikov is it's a Russian Asian restaurant. The owners are my clients. So I'm really close with them. So they're just able to like give me that, extra experience and value because of what I provide for them.
If you could handpick your perfect client, what would that person look like?
Like demographic or just anything?
Whatever, anything.
So my friggin' should we stop or?
No, go ahead, you're good.
Okay, all right, cool. So I mainly take care of people in the finance realm.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yes. So the finance realm
/ entrepreneurs. Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, business people, hedge funds,
Wall Street guys.
Yes. Wall Street is like my number one. So those are the type of people that I would love. I do love CEOs, but also too, I actually love like their assistants. So I'm actually really close.
That makes sense.
Now this is like
That's how you get to their heart.
This is super game right here for
Yes.
anybody who are in the hospitality realm. Right? Don't worry about. There's two type of people you need to worry about, right? When it comes to clients, right? The sub clients and also the assistants to the clients.
Yes.
The sub clients,
The gatekeepers.
they're the gatekeepers, and there are times they're the most influential, especially when it comes to executive assistants.
Right.
I am so close to all of my clients' assistants
That's
that
smart.
I am more close to them than the actual clients.
Right. That makes sense.
I do build a rapport and I do build a relationship with the clients, you know,
Right.
because out of respect, because they're paying the bill.
But you're mainly talking to the assistant. They're setting it
Mainly
all up.
Bro, I'm mainly talking to assistant. And then after too, what happens is that once you, and then here's another thing, you build a relationship with the assistant, and then you also give them, perks, and you give them gifts as well too. Like for instance,
Hook them up.
at Art Basel, not only with I had like 20 passes for Red Dot, for Spectrum, for Art Miami, right?
Dope.
Like, these are like expensive
Yeah.
tickets. I gave a bunch of them to 5 of my clients' assistants.
That's awesome. They
Under reasonable hospitality,
loved
bro.
you for that.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
And because I did that for them,
They're always going to come back
they're
to
always
you.
going to come back to me, but they're also going to, have respect and have like this type of appreciation and
The
show
law
that
of reciprocity.
to show that to the clients.
Yes,
And
sir.
the clients are going to be like, "Oh wow, Bishop, he's going to go to the client, like, yo, Bishop is amazing."
Yeah.
You know?
Bishop's the man.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people need to stop worrying about this whole entire this thing of like trying to be like so close to your clients all the time, or trying to build like ultimate relationships, whatever.
Right.
You need to build relationships, but like sometimes like you may not be as close with your clients as you need to be. Like, and if you're going to be close with the assistants, it is what it is. Like, don't
Right.
take too. I used to be like that. I used to be, because I'm so personable and I'm so hands on.
Right.
That like, damn, like, I have like one of my top clients, but he only hits me up like twice a year for stuff. But we're cool. That's my
Right.
man.
Right.
But like, I want to try to build that more, but it never comes out like that because that's not the type of person he is. And
Is he not relatable? These guys are probably not as relatable as the assistant, right?
They are definitely relatable, but at times they just like to kind of keep that distance because of the business relationship that we have. Like when
Gotcha.
we are together for the weekend, everything's great. But like on the off time, like I'm more so connecting and more so contacting the assistant than him. And that's completely fine. It's all good. There are clients that pay me very, very well. I have no relationship with them. I don't. And that
Strictly
used to,
business.
Bro, they used to fuck with my brain so much. I take things personally. You know what I'm
Right, I
saying?
know what you mean. I know what
like,
you mean.
damn, bro, like I'm cool. Like, why are we not cool?
Right. They just want the service.
But they just want the service, and like especially when it comes to like these like executives,
Right.
at times they don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you can probably relate a little bit because
100%.
you dealing with and you consulting and you serving executives. You know what I'm saying? You just got to just get to to what you got to talk about, whatever. You want to kind of build that relationship, but sometimes it doesn't work.
I know exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of your clientele is female, if any?
Okay, now here's another thing. Not a lot, which I'm trying to really change, but
Because there's a lot of high roller females out there.
of course,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, there definitely are. This year, I'm really focusing on that. Like, I definitely want to serve women a lot more.
Is there a difference in the requests and what they want, male or female? You know what I mean?
There's not so. Oh, you know what? This is what I would say. At times, women would feel as if they can do everything at first. That's what it is. At times, because I deal with a lot of bachelorettes. I deal with a lot of at times female executives as well too.
Right.
Because of their personality and because how they are, I guess innately, they just try to do everything. And then what happens
Let's
is
go party!
No, for real. And they don't understand that they may need a security guard or they may need me to be with them, to host them, whatever, right?
Right.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're going to be fine, whatever it's that. And then the next day, where one of them's fucking missing, they're like, hey, can you just talk to my sister and just bill me at the end or whatever? Like, because I want you to be with me the whole time because we almost lost one of my friends. And I'm like, yeah, bro,
Trying to tell you.
trying to tell you, And then also, too, just women just think about things, I guess, way more from an encompassing standpoint,
Right.
than men. So like they think that they actually have everything right and everything good, and at times they do. But then when they realize the type of resources I have and what I can do for them, they need to kind of fuck up first, then be like, hey Marvel, you know what? Just handle everything. Usually with men, it's not like that. From the beginning, it's like, bro, I don't care. Just freaking
Right. Get it
do
done.
what you gotta do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because usually, especially when it comes to couples, who plans out everything? The woman does.
Yeah.
So it does make sense. But I definitely want to take the initiative to serve, women a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And also too, at times it can be more of a easier sell to women because of me and my size and what I am. Like automatically
sense.
they feel protected
Yeah.
with me. So it's like they always want me to be around them. But then here's like the other
Extra work for you.
It's extra work for me, but the premium is there. But then also too is like, especially if they have husbands, I also have to be somewhat respectable for them as well too.
For sure, you gotta juggle that.
For me to be an asset and not a threat, if that makes sense.
100%.
Because I do have a couple of clients who are female who are very, very close to me,
That makes sense.
and they have husbands.
It's gonna happen.
I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But
You're a leader. You're a protector. You're a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're well connected. It's gonna happen.
yeah, So, but what I also would say is that, especially with male clients, if they do have wives, I either get close to the assistant and or the wife if the wife is available for that, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I have, and also too, like it's all about like, respect as well too, and also like making sure that I have my face clean out there. And this is like the problem with a lot of like hosts and a lot of people in nightlife in general.
They get dirty.
They get dirty, nightlife, bro, and hospitality, man. Like, like especially
Yeah.
like people who work in it,
Yeah.
they have access to women, they have access to vices, they have access to
For
alcohol.
sure.
So I can't be out
That's
here.
the whole point of your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Kind of.
But then also too, like we have other factors as well too.
For
where we
sure.
like to
For
build
sure.
people's qualities of life. But if I'm out here every single night with different women and like PDA and like, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing
Yeah.
and like, you know what I'm saying, and like
Yeah.
doesn't really look good because it just takes one moment for somebody to see that and like, oh damn, Bishop is a player. Oh no, I can't have him around my wife. I can't fuck with him. And then like that, I lose the clients.
How do you
So,
juggle that?
By being very careful on the quality of women that are around me. I have a very big vetting process when it
Makes
comes
sense.
to dating, because it's not easy to date me. It really isn't.
Are you single currently?
I'm right now, yeah. I'm just now single, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it takes a very strong and very secure women to be with me.
I can imagine.
Because I have access to like,
You're probably partying 6-7 times a week, no?
the funny part is, yeah, but like not as hard as you think. Like, like
Right.
there's times that I
'Cause
don't
you really
drink at all.
can't.
There's really times that I don't drink. I go to networking events as well too. But I'm out all the time. But what was I saying? Yeah, I have access to like a lot of like beautiful women, like the most beautiful women in Miami. So if you were looking at my phone, I guess from a woman's standpoint, you may think I'm cheating if we were in a relationship. But I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm just building rapport and I'm just keeping rapport with these women so they can be cool because, like women are delicate flowers, you know what I'm saying? So you
Yes,
have to
they
handle
are.
them with care.
And
you
very
have to-
emotional.
and you have to, emotional as it is what it
As
is.
it should be.
As they should be. That's how they make up.
Yeah.
That's how they make up. So, but because of that, it's a constant approach of like just contacting them, making sure that they're good, even outside of them going out with me, making sure
Right.
that I'm not treating them like a piece of meat.
Right.
And I'm not just hitting them up just to be like, hey, you want to come out? Like, Like the work in all of this, not just with women, but also with clients, is outside of the business.
Right.
It really is. Like me inviting people without expecting any type of like monetary value or any type of social value in exchange. What I mean is that if I bring 5 women out to live with one of my clients, right? I'm not just hitting up these women just for them to hang out with me as far as with my clients.
Right.
I'm also like building rapport with them to come out with me in other occasions. Maybe one of them is a businesswoman and they have like a friggin' management company, whatever it is. And I have you have a networking event.
Right.
Hey, I got this guy, Leo, I just did a podcast with. Really want you to come out with me. He's hosting this like just business networking event. I think it will be very, very valuable for you. Boom.
And there's no money involved in that.
No, there's no money involved in that. No,
just...
definitely not. No, definitely not. Because I'm building, I'm giving them extra value as it is.
Right. Right.
So, if you're able to provide the experiences on multiple levels with these women are going to stay loyal to you because they fuck with you on that level. And they know that they're not just being treated as cattle.
Right.
And this
you
is
see them as actual human beings.
Yes. And then a lot of these like people do not do that. A lot of these promoters, they don't do that. They just like literally
these
hit them up.
Whores, these
literally,
OnlyFans bitches.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, man, you're trying to like, get like different results, but you're doing the same thing.
Right.
Like, why aren't you stepping out of your comfort zone to see what they can, what you can do for them?
Right.
Outside of the partying, outside of them coming out, outside of them actually making you look good. Sorry, I get very, I get very, very like very passionate when it comes to this shit, man, because it's like, dog.
But it shows you care.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
How often are your male clients requesting to have females around them?
All the time. All the time. No, not all the time. Probably like maybe like 7 to 8 times out of 10, give or take.
Usually, how many females do you bring?
Oh man. So okay, so this is kind of like, so what I usually do is that if I invite 10 women, I expect half of them to show up.
Okay.
That's usually the rule of thumb.
Got it.
So it's like, you got to hedge your bets. It's like, all right, okay, how many women I want to bring? But then also, too, it's like also like the quality of type of women as well, too. I'm not just bringing any women around my clients.
Right.
And also, too, I'm not bringing any type of women that are just gold diggers and just care about themselves and try to like extract money from my clients.
Right.
Because these are literally multimillionaires, billionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
For me, it's like I'm a little bit different. Like a lot of these hosts, like I'm not a promoter, but I guess just to kind of relate to them, a lot of these, and I guess I don't need to do this because I don't necessarily get paid directly for this. Like promoters get paid for how many women that they bring in the club. Right. That's why when you go to the clubs, whatever, you see like 50 women in one section and 2 men. Yeah. I think that's stupid as hell.
I agree.
That shit is ridiculous.
I agree.
I don't understand that. Like for me, I think the great thing is because I'm a private concierge host, I would rather, okay, I got 2 clients that are coming in, maybe 3. I bring 5 to 7. Quality over quantity all day. Cause then, because then after that, then you can actually build these relationships with these women.
Right. How many can you really fuck with in one night? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, you can't. You can't talk to them. And then also too is like, a lot of these clients, a lot of these promoters, they get high off their own supply. They bring the women and they try to take them home at the end of the day. I will say this, and I will say this very, very confidently in your damn camera right now, is that within my 10 years, my over a decade of experience in nightlife, I've only had relationships with 2 women in nightlife.
It's pretty good.
That's it, bro. I've only really messed with 2 women within nightlife, bro.
Because like you said, it can get messy.
Mm-hmm. Bro, you know how many times I've seen like when people work at clubs and then like they get close with like one waitress and then like, or somebody who like constantly goes to the club and then they're together, but then like they always see each other, and then when they're not together, they always see each other again because like they're in the same vicinity.
Right.
I don't want no
same circle.
Bro, I don't want no parts of that, bro. None of that shit, bro. Now, here's the thing. The nightlife space has brought beautiful relationships intact. I know a few couples that work in nightlife. They work in the same damn company, the same damn club, that now they're married. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it works, it works. But when it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's a very hit or miss. Sometimes it's more so it's a miss. So
what's the expectation of these girls? Both from the girl side and from the client side, right? Like what's told to them to expect out of each party?
So number one, I do not solicit prostitution. I'm just kidding. I know, because like that's kind of like underlying question that you're asking. I don't solicit prostitution, not at all. I'm not a pimp. I'm not none of that shit. All right. Hell no.
I love it.
I'm just a curator of advice, okay? What I always tell
I'm not here to provide you sex.
No, not at all. What I will tell my clients and tell my girls, mostly my girls, is like, listen, you're here with your girls to have a good time, to vibe and all that, right? Y'all are grown-ass people.
Right.
If you want to proceed my clients and it's consensual, that's the main thing, has to be consensual. Bro, fucking mazel tov. Just do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's another thing. On my client side, I'm like, hey, these girls that I bring, because I don't like I know escorts and I do know prostitutes, but like that's not my line of business.
Right.
Listen, that's not my thing. I that's where I stay far away from. All the girls that I have, they are not prostitutes at all. They're human beings. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're girls, you know what I'm saying? They just want to have a
they're
good
real
time.
girls.
Yeah, man. And if you want to pursue one of these girls, you know what I'm saying, and something happens out of it, don't look at me. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as it's consensual, long as respect is there on both ways, I'm cool.
Is everything being paid for these girls? Are they paying out of pocket? You know what I mean? Like for the club, for the restaurant? How does that work?
So how do I get paid, or how do they get paid?
No. Like for example, if you invite 5 girls, right? Who's paying for them?
Okay, now these are different level of girls that we're talking about, right? So obviously, you know, we are not stupid that in Miami, you know, hooker culture and prostitute culture is obviously very, very big. It happens, right?
Right.
So obviously there's like a paying rate for that. Like there's actually
No,
companies.
I don't mean. I don't mean sex related. I mean
but now let's talk about the next level.
Right.
The next level is that you have girls who are just models. They're atmosphere models.
Right.
And they'll probably get paid maybe $100, maybe $150, maybe $200, maybe even $300.
Who's paying them? You?
I'm not paying them. I'm not paying
the
them.
Client's paying.
The client's paying for them.
Right.
So let's just say if they want like a specific,
but through you.
Yes, yeah,
right,
that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's just say that, you know, they would want like a specific archetype of a woman that I know, but that woman that wants to come out, she actually has to get paid, like nothing sexual, but just for being there, for being
for her time,
for a time. And of course, the client. We just build them, and that's it.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that happens.
That makes sense.
And then also too, you know, there are just girls that just want to be around me just to be around me. So
that makes sense.
So, you know,
the atmosphere's dope.
Yeah, you know, and then
you go to cool places.
Yeah, and then those girls I don't pay, we're just cool, and they just come through and they have a good time, they drink, they eat, and they just want the experience. So those are kind of like the 3 levels.
Speaking of the experience, what are your favorite spots?
My favorite spots. Okay, so
like your go-to spots for a dope client. If they don't know Miami, their first time here, they want a good time, what's your go-to?
So my go-to is definitely 11. 11 is one of my exclusive partners, so I'm really close with them, with the 11 family. Shout out to the 11 USA group. Definitely go there. Outside of that, Sugar. Honestly, Sugar at East Hotel. You've never been there, right?
I don't think so.
We got to go there. We definitely got to go there. They've been like, you know, my favorites. Definitely love to go there.
Where's that? South Beach or Brickell?
That's in Brickell. Tea Room is really good as well too. Also, for you know, for my brothers and sisters as well too. Red Rooster in Overtown. Shout out to Red Rooster in Overtown. Fridays and Saturdays, especially Saturdays, is called the Shrine. Upstairs from Red Rooster, it's called a Shrine. Yeah, it's called a Shrine. Yeah, it's called a Shrine. And like that's literally like where all the black people go for that weekend.
That's dope.
They they got sections as well too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Must be
if
popping.
if I have black clients, you know, and they want to like have like it be around their people, then they would definitely go there. So
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
where do I see myself in 5 years? Good question. I see myself traveling the world more. Definitely traveling the world more. Having my concierge company as a higher level international brand.
Okay.
We're in 30 locations in the world as well too, by the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but
You don't just do Miami.
no, we do all the major cities in the United States. We do Europe. We do Africa. We do a lot of places.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the Caribbean islands, all that stuff. But then I definitely see myself, I guess, outside, just kind of just managing and just like focusing on other things.
Right.
I'm actually building out some courses right now for
Smart.
hospitality and
Yeah, very
and
smart.
network. Yeah, you know, I actually have a presentation. So I pride myself with all the things that I do and with my company of having a network of over $3 trillion.
That's beautiful. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
is.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Like, you can probably count how many people in the world can actually say that.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm very proud on that. But I will also want to teach people how to build like $1 trillion network as well too. So the one way you can do that is actually becoming like a really great networker.
Yes.
So I actually
Which
have,
you already are.
Yes, I appreciate that. But I want-
Clearly.
yes.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be where you are today.
yeah, yeah. But I also want to teach other people as well too. So I actually built a presentation on networking as well. So I did that.
Do you want to find a way to remove yourself from management? Is that the goal?
The goal is that within probably maybe 10 years or less to have an exit strategy, sell a company, and that's it. And then I also just want to focus on education.
You need a podcast, bro.
I have a podcast.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I have a podcast. Convos with Bishop. Yeah, where I interview
That's
people
dope.
within nightlife and hospitality. And I interview a bunch of waitresses, a
That's
bunch of
smart.
high-end people. Yes,
That's
sir.
very smart.
Mhm.
If you could give a couple of nuggets
Mhm.
to someone wanting to be you, wanting to enter this space, what would that be?
What I would say is that you gotta do your due diligence. You gotta do the work. You also have to do. You have to put in the work as far as like working for somebody or working for either a hospitality group or maybe a resort, because this is definitely like over 10 years in the making.
Right.
Number two,
You can't fake this.
you can't fake this whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because the people that are faking it right now, like they're definitely going to be, they're going to be brought to justice and nobody's going to fuck with them.
Right.
And what's the second one? The second one is, damn, what is the second one? The second one I would say is, do not ever take anything personally. You wanna survive in nightlife hospitality? Don't take anything personally. You can't.
That's great advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bet that shit can get
Yeah,
raunchy.
yeah, man. You can get talked to crazy one way or whatever, but it's never personal.
Right.
It's always about what's happening.
And they're usually
then.
fucking drunk, probably.
Yeah, that's well, not even just with clients, but if you're also working with if you're working for like another group or whatever, like sometimes like you'll get into it with management. Sometimes you get into it with owners.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And hey, man, if you wanna succeed,
Right. You gotta be humble.
You gotta be you gotta be able to take it. And by the way, too, what I will say is that like I'm actually teaching people to never ever say be humble ever again.
Really?
You know what the definition of humble is?
No, tell me. School me.
Let me pull this up. Let me put this up right now. Bro, when I learned this shit, I was like, yo, fuck being humble. So, humility.
I like it. I like being schooled.
Humility, a modest or low view of one's own importance.
Man.
So if you
That is definitely not how it's used.
It's
right?
not how it's used whatsoever, right? So we need to find another word of when people say, yo, be humble. It's like, yo, bro, fuck being humble. I'll never be humble.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, be
right?
gracious, be grateful.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't be conceited. But people need to really, really just unhook that meaning of humbleness, because for where you at right now, you know what I'm saying? Because you have a successful company. That's you couldn't do that by being humble,
You're
by
right.
having a low self-esteem.
Never.
And you feeling like you're not important.
Nah, no way. I'll never be here today.
Yeah, exactly. So
Gotta be a shark sometimes.
yeah. So don't take anything personally. You know. Oh, if they also do want to be me as well too, I do mentorship as well, so they can actually hit me up. So
There you go.
yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you the camera.
Okay.
Whatever you want to say, you got the floor.
So guys, my name is Bishop. Full name is Marvel Bishop, but you can call me Bishop. I'm a luxury concierge host here in Miami. And if you would like to follow me, my Instagram is @MarvelBishop. Everything is at TikTok, LinkedIn, and I'm definitely building a community right now for people who are in a nightlife hospitality space and wants to better themselves in any trade that they're in. And when there's a will, there's a way, and only the best.
Bishop, this was fucking dope.
Yeah.
This was a great conversation.
Okay, good. All right, nice.
This was dope.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you coming out here, man.
Anytime, Yes, sir.
Pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if you are looking for a good time, apparently anywhere in the fucking world,
Apparently.
reach out to Bishop. He's gonna hook you up. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys next time.
This is the Leo Clamaco Podcast.